Hi everybody. I am actually sitting in my car outside of Walmart, and I'm waiting for an order to come through on an app that I work called Spark. It's a delivery service for Walmart. I'm an independent contractor, and I'm just sitting out in my car, and I wanted to make a video. I've actually been thinking about making this video for a while, and so finally I just decided to do it today. And so I'll give you a little backstory. I am 52 years old, and last year on July 3rd, I was let go from a corporate job. They pretty much phased out my division, or they downsized my division, and I was not one of the people they retained. So as a result, when I lost that job, it was during the height of the thing we have going on now that's still affecting a lot of people. And so I was able to draw unemployment, and I got the extra money. So basically I've been out of corporate America for a year and 2 months. A year and 2 months. And prior to that, I had another corporate job that I had been on for 13 going on 14 years, and I was let go from that job because, and I quote, I did my job, policy had changed, and I was let go. And then I went to the other job that I had got laid off of. So fast forward story, with all that's going on, I just really was not feeling going back into the corporate scene, being in an office, in a call center, because that's what I did. I just didn't want to do that. And I had gotten to the place where I was really, really tired of people. If you wonder what I'm doing, I have my iPad and I'm looking down to see if an offer came through so I could hit accept. Anyway, I was really, really tired of people telling me what I was worth, so much an hour, and then all of the rules in a workplace and all of this stuff. So I just said, life is too short. So even though I said that and I didn't want to work in corporate America, I realized that the little unemployment, I was blessed enough to still have some unemployment after the state said, okay, we want everybody to go back to work. We're not going to participate in Plus Up anymore. So I still had a little unemployment coming in, but it really wasn't enough for me to make my living bills. So I was like, I got to find something. So I started doing what I knew to do, and I started applying for jobs and asking friends and what have you if they knew anybody that could possibly be hiring. So what happened is I had done a couple of interviews where I knew that I was beyond qualified to have the jobs. I had stellar interviews, and so one job actually hired me, but then the onboarding process went bad. I didn't hear anything from them. And then I had a couple of other interviews where they were like, well, we really like what you have to offer, yada yada, and poof, didn't get the job. And I think I should have felt some way about not being hired for a job that I had done for so many years, but actually I didn't, and then I was praying and I was like, God, why do I not feel bad about these jobs and not getting these jobs? And then I realized that they were jobs that I didn't want. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to be confined to a desk. I didn't want people talking to me about metrics, and I didn't want anybody pulling me in for a review and say, oh, you could do this better, you could do that better, so you're only going to get a 2-3% raise, or yada yada yada. Oh no, you can't have off, or well, you're getting written up because you missed too many days. I'm 52, guys, I'm 52 years old. I didn't want to do any of that anymore. So what I did was I went to YouTube University, and I started looking up things. I started looking up at what people were doing, and I started seeing gig economy, and I was like, well, what is that? And basically it's just a whole segment of the population that rejected the 9-to-5 hustle, and they do gig economy. And that's first, basically, literally, you work for what you get is the best way to explain it. And it falls under Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub, Spark, Instacart. It's a plethora of them, and you can work for all of them, or you can only choose to do one. Sorry guys, I gotta turn my car on. It is like hot as butt because I'm in Texas and I didn't have any air conditioning running, and now my seatbelt is pinging. But anyway, so I decided to do that, and I started doing DoorDash, and I didn't really like DoorDash too much. I mean, I could do it, but it wasn't all that great. And then I had signed up for Spark, which is the contract to deliver for Walmart. And when I initially signed up for it, I didn't do anything with it. It just was on my phone, and they had told me I was qualified. So while I was doing DoorDash, I said, let me go and see how this Spark actually works. So the first day I did it, I did 2 orders. I was like, okay, well, this isn't too bad. I probably can do that. So the next week, I worked maybe 5 days, and I liked it. And more importantly than that, I liked the money I made. And so last week was my 3rd week, and I really liked the money I made. So now I'm 52. I've rejected corporate America, and I'm driving for Spark. There are definitely more gig apps out there that I can look into driving, but right now Spark is working for me. I'm working for it. I'm liking the flexibility. I don't have a problem getting up, turning my phone on and see if I can get an order. Even today, my first order came in at 6:59. Now, just to give you a little foundation of how it works, you'll get orders in, and you take the order. So you kind of get paid 2 ways. You get your base order pay, and you get, if the customer does it, you get a tip. But on the days that you take the order, you don't see your tip from that day. It posts the next day. So basically, as long as you continue to drive, you always have some more income coming in, because your tips post a day late, and you're paid through this app. Well, I guess it's an app or a company. I'm not really sure what I'd call that. It's DDI, and you're paid weekly. I like getting paid weekly, and I enjoy the freedom that this gives me. At 52, my daughter is, she's moved out. She's doing her own thing. I would have never done this if I had kids, small kids. Because I had a different set of what I needed to have happen on a job. I wanted to have benefits like medical benefits for my daughter, and I wanted to have time off where I could get paid if I missed work. All of those things were what I thought were important, but now doing this gig work, working for Spark, I'm definitely making more money. In another couple of months, I will be able to do a private standalone health insurance for myself if I so choose to. If not, I just won't have one. I don't know. I'm a 1099. When you drive for a gig or you do gig work, you are 1099. So you're responsible for paying your taxes at the end of the year. Definitely, you will need an app to track your mileage. You would definitely want oil changes, all that stuff for maintenance on your car, tire purchases, things like that. You definitely want to keep the receipts for that, because you can write that off on your taxes. I don't want this video to be longer than 10 minutes. I don't really have followers at all on YouTube, but I'm just starting. I wanted to give you the basis of why at 52 I've started gig work. Sometimes it can be a little strenuous because people order big items like cases and cases of water, but I bought a cart. Cart doesn't help if they're on the 3rd floor or 2nd floor without an elevator, but I bought a cart, and it makes it a lot easier. So I'll be back out here from time to time just to talk about what's happening with working for gig work. That I know a lot of people, when they do these kind of videos, they do these things where they show you how much they made and say you can do it too, and it's kind of almost like a clickbait to give you information. I'm going to give you the upshot of it as I go through these videos. I won't listen. I'm 52 years old. I ain't gonna be glammed up to do these videos because I'm in Texas and it's hot out here, and who has time for all that? I'll do a video while I'm sitting waiting for an order, which I still haven't gotten yet, and I'll talk to you about it. Anything I learn, I'll explain it to you. It ain't gonna be no 3 and 4 and 5, 6 parts of the video. I don't have time for all that. Also, what I won't also probably do is I'm not going to be one of these people who post my snapshot of what I've made. I will tell you this, for this app, along with any other app you're using, you can make money if you work it. You have to work it. There's no quick fixes. There are problems. The same way you have a problem on any job you go to, you'll find things you don't like about the job. It's the same way when you work gig apps. It's the same way whether you do DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Instacart, Spark. And Spark is relatively new. It's only 3 years on the scene. And I just stumbled on it watching another video. What else? Any ones that you know you can drive through, they're workable if you work it. And it's also based upon the area that your zone is, and I'll cover that a little bit later. But anyway, I only wanted this video to be 10 minutes to introduce myself. I'm Melanie. I am Elder Melanie. Elder is because I am an ordained elder of the church, but that's neither here nor there. Don't hold that against me, or don't think too highly of me because I got that title. It's just a title. It just means I studied the Bible, and I try to do things accordingly, and I can marry you or bury you if you pass away. So nope, that's still not an order. Anyway, I digress. I think I'm rambling now, so I'm gonna get off, but that's it. I'm 52 years old, and I started gig work, and I love it, and I will be back with y'all with another video at a later time. Bye.